Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now it's Sunday afternoon my time, quarter to 4, about 3:41 here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a wrap up for the week. Okay, the wrap up for the week I think is important anyway, because it gives us a sign of where the market went, and we're going to look out for what's going to happen next week. Now I've already posted everything in the time for April as well. Okay, so now this is 17th to the 21st, so 24th, all right, 24th to the 28th. You're not going to see in the recent post, so you have to go into February. Okay, so if you go into February, when you click in, you will see here 24 to 28th of March. All right, because you won't see it up here because I just posted all of April. Okay, and that's like already 5 posts. All right, so let's get back in here. So let's start off with gold as usual. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now in the beginning of the week I did say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We've got 3 days. Okay, so it's a bit tricky because we don't usually get 3 days in a row, so that could be like a flow week. You could take us somewhere. And on gold I did say we might have a target up here on the PST 77, 3067. So I said we could target that if the market's pushing upwards. Let's take a look at Monday and see how we go. Now as you can see, I've still got the vertical timing hours here. I won't take them off until we start off tomorrow, but as you can see, this is the place where the market broke out, which was a Tuesday. Okay, so anybody who wanted to buy though on a Monday, you can see the opening price was the white line here, and this is exactly a good place to get in at that time, or you're going to have to wait for a retracement, whichever works. This is the beauty about using time and price, because sometimes the price is right but you're waiting for a bigger retracement, as we do wait for retracements. Okay, and I do say, guys, if you pushed up a lot, this is like a runner. Okay, so it's obviously bullish, but you don't want to be buying around here. You want it to kind of like pull back and then you can get in, and normally we like a 37.5 pullback, the way we do it. But it never did. But if you're bullish, it's like, well, okay, it's not coming back, but do I have a turning hour? Do I have a trading hour where I think the market is going to turn around? You bet. And those vertical lines are obviously all of those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which I posted on the 21st of February last month. So in March, anything, if anybody was wanting to buy, you would have been okay. If you sold at a trading hour, the high, you also would have had your trade covered. And I did say, if you're going to sell, just make sure you do with a smaller lot size, because you're going against the grain here, right? Because on the weekly the market's got room to go, so it could keep pushing upwards, and it did. But anybody who bought on the trading hours, as you can see here, pushing up here, pushing up, it just was pushing up. On Wednesday as well, a nice pullback, stop sweeping previous session New York, Asia, that's London, market comes back into a trading hour, goes up. This is New York pre-trading session, comes down. I didn't have a trading hour, but I did say the target is 10 o'clock. I think that was a Wednesday, yeah. I said, yeah, if market finds direction, it should be closing at 10 past 10. And look, I posted that on the 21st of February. So there's no way in hell I could have known that things are going to happen afterwards. I posted that on the 21st of February. That is literally like, a month before this event is happening. And as you can see, that's 10 past 10 bar there. This is a 15-minute chart, as you know. And that's how it is. Now on Thursday the market did come back down, which is fine. We don't like to buy the highs anyway, so nobody should have been buying here. The market did fall down. Now I did have 3028 there as well. I think maybe on a daily or a weekly. Must have been on a daily. There, that's your Thursday. All right, so the market bought right on the blue line on a Thursday, matching that blue line here as well. Okay, so this is why knowing the price is important. So if you've got a price level on your PST and you got the time, you're okay, you can get in. Okay, and and that's your PST here. Let me just make this a little bigger, right, so you can see better. So this is your timing hour, this is your PST level, okay? So as you can see, it's pretty close, okay? And this is 7 a.m. my time, and this is London. You can see London here. That's a Friday, but we're talking about Thursday. Now this is Thursday, market comes back here. That's your trading hour. This is your trading hour. And if you take a look, this is pre-trade session New York, right? 2:45, and this is New York morning session, pretty much about to open up, goes up into the trading hours. And I did say if it finds direction, it should go in to that 10 o'clock, and that is your 9 o'clock, and that's your 9:45, 10 o'clock. No, sorry, Wednesday was 10 o'clock. So did I have anything for Thursday? Let's check it out. Thursday, yep, look. Thursday, if market does not turn, then it should continue to 8:45 to 9:15. That's your 8:45 to 9:15 right here, ladies and gentlemen, on a Thursday. So knowing all that in advance is like a bingo. Why? Because if you're in the trade and if it's not turning around, it's got potential to go into those hours, then you can follow it. You won't necessarily get out of the trade. You won't run away from it. Okay? This is time and price management together. Not just price management, but managing the trade with time is like really maximizing your profit and minimizing your losses. And on Friday, trade hours, market pulls back again into the PST level. I was actually doing a video, I think, when it was around here, or maybe around there, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so I did say buying this zone is okay also if you want to buy it, because you're at a PST level, and look, this is a trading hour right on the trading hour zone. Comes back here, market goes up to the next trading hour. Let's make this a little bit more bigger, maybe. I hope you can see. I keep my screen black because it's easier on the eyes for me. But this is Friday, right? So you can see this is Friday. So those are swing hours, trading hours at a PST level. And then that's the market's going up for you. Not very exciting, but if you got in here, you would not have made a loss. You would have been fine because your stop loss would have been just under the low here after this bar closed. So if you entered here, your stop loss would have been just under that London low there. All right, and then the market just going up, coming into New York. That's your New York morning session, just before it, and then boom, going down. You wouldn't trade here. Why? Because that's a high now, that's a low now, and we don't have a level there. We don't have a PST. We've got nothing. Okay, so that zone you would have just left alone. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Let me bring this back into normal size. Now with the euro dollar, let's take a look. Now as you guys know, this zone is a sell zone. I've marked this in before. We talked about this last week, and on swing days from the highs, I did say we do want to sell here, okay, last week, and that whole thing is true again. Now we had Friday swing day, remember? Let's make this a little bigger. This is the daily chart. So we had a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, market coming down. Friday was a swing day. So Tuesday high was a high, market sold off for 2 days, came into Friday, market buys into Wednesday. That's your Tuesday night. So Friday and Monday, I did say you could go up with this into your zone, and then on Wednesday, market turns around, okay? If you took timing from me, Thursday would have been a calendar day for you. Check it out and you'll see why it turned around. Okay, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, market coming down. All right, if you take a look also at the days, it's Monday and Friday. So I did say in the videos as well, you could sell into Friday, not a problem. What times do you want to sell into? Look, this is the whole week. Okay, let's do it. This is Monday. See, Monday, market nicely right at the time. Again, euro dollar, Monday going up. Trade hours again going up. And and then this is the closing part of the day. Okay, so you let it go. Then the following day, there's nothing to do here. Why? It's in between levels. You're not down somewhere, you're not up somewhere. On Thursday, market goes up. Look at the trading hours. Big sell-off. Where to? Into the next set of trading hours. Now look, if you're going to trade in this zone, then your stop loss obviously is going to be below the low, the recent low. Okay. This is also euro dollar. So if you're trading, if you're entering a trade here, that would have been your stop loss. Now, if you put your stop loss below there, this is even lows, okay? Even lows is a bit tricky. If you put a stop loss just under there and entered here on this bar, you would have been obviously stopped out. But what can you do? All right, it's just sometimes it does happen. Normally though, if it's not too far out, put it below the low is what I always say. Anyway, same with the highs if you're selling. So if you sold here, you would have like put it above a PSD level if we had one, which is here, or above the high of that. Okay, so we should be above a PSD level if you're going to enter here to there, which is about 10 pips, because this opening here is 1.0946. That's 57, so that's like pretty much 11. If you add another 3 there, let's say 4 there, it'll be about like 1.0960. Okay, but the push down is important. If you did sell, you would have covered the trade at the opening. Okay, or if the daily pivot was up here, you might have done that too. But if you bought here again, it went up, and that's the closing. Once the market closes, or it's close to the closing, I don't open positions, okay, unless you want to trade again and again, you can, but I don't. Once we're at a target, because I look at the closing hours, if we have a target there, it's like, for me, that's a target, and then it's going to mellow out, and I just don't want to really deal with it, and then I'll close the trade and take a look at the next one. But if we've entered on a swing day, like if it's a swing day and it's a low, and you want to keep it running until the next swing day, like, I don't know, a few days ahead, you can leave a position open if you entered, nice and easy early on a previous swing day. Now here's Wednesday, and then the market begins to crash down. Now once it crashes down, you see it breaks structure. So all you have to do then is sell into the next swing day, which is what I said you could do also later on in the week. I said, guys, you want to sell into the swing day of Friday, which is down here, and I did give a target here, 0815, but I had 0850 and 30, I think I had. This one was also on the PSD, okay, which was there, 59, I think. Either that one, that's 0817, correct. Okay, so that would have been it. On the weekly, I'm not sure if I had that one. No. Okay, so that was on the daily as well. You just needed to add it on. And if you know how to use the PSD, which most of you with the videos, you already know how to point the price, you could just add them in. And that's exactly how far it came down. I did have 1.08, I think 30 as well, down here. 30 or 50 or 70. The white lines, okay, the white lines would have been my targeting. So if you sold off, you would like come to those targets, and then again right at the trading hour at the PSD it begins to go back up again. And on Friday, this is how it is. Let's check out the hours for Friday. I don't know why I didn't put it here. What did I have? 10 past 4, 10 past 6, 10 past 4. Let's see where that was. 10 past 4. 10 past 4 is on that bar. See, there's not much to do here if you're selling into Friday, so you wouldn't have done anything here. Okay, why? Because you're in between levels. It's just not the place to be at. Especially if Friday is going to be a swing day, you want to wait for that low to be done, and just wait for the next week if you're going to re-enter on anything. That's about it here. The only time this Friday would have turned into a good swing day is if we were really low, and remember, we're anticipating this to be closed up. Okay, so you don't want to be jumping in all of a sudden doing crazy things against a sell-off. but that's basically it. So I didn't have this high. This was 3 o'clock, and I don't recall having it. Nope, nothing at 3 o'clock. Okay, and then I said should go to 9.25, might do sudden move, but should get to 11.40 target. Let's see, 9.25. 9.25 is on that bar there, pretty much doing the PST level, as you can see, right around the PST. We're at the time here. Obviously, this is Friday closing. You don't want to be opening trades there, okay? Not if you're, day trading. Let's take a look at SP 500. Is SP 500. Now with SP 500, remember I drew this channel. I said from the highs we can definitely sell. It's an impulse wave. We're having a consolidation, and there's nothing really here telling us that there's going to be a buying frenzy. This is a bullish bar. I did say last Friday, not last week, but the week before. That was a swing day here, as you can see, right? That was the 14th of March, and that's a Monday, the 17th of March. And I did say on this one, you could push up into the target. Remember, our target was this blue bar here, and then I said we should tap on here, okay, into this blue bar. And then that's what the market did, and it didn't kind of go above it. Why? Because this is your breaker block, that's why. Okay, there. So the market breaking below, remember we had this before, so it's retesting, coming up here, so selling the highs was okay. Let's take a look at if the hours worked on this one. Okay, let me just redo this, refresh this so we get our dailies and weeklies in the right place. Obviously I've redone the template on this one, refreshed it up so the weekly lines have not really they're not up here, but let's take a look. Okay, so this is how it looks like, but we can do it together. This way you'll also see how things are working, right? So if you open up any chart, what you want to do is just put your vertical lines. So let's do it for New York because indices are best traded then. 2:30 to 10 past 5. So we've got 2:30 on a Monday. This is your Monday 2:30. That's your 2:30. And what was it? 10 past 5, yes. 10 past 5. This is your 10 past 5. Okay, so the market from the opening slightly lower shoots up and then comes back down, and then next hour is 10:25. Where's 10:25? This is 10:25 right on this bar here. Okay, so the market went up and back there again, and then Monday being a swing day, they sell off at that hour, big sell-off here, and Asia follows through. So what was the hours for Asia? I said 6:35, 10:05, 2 o'clock, 6:35, 6:35. Nothing to do here. We're in the middle of nowhere. Oh, okay, I'm just forgetting these hours. 10:05, 2 o'clock, 10:05. That's 10:05. 2 o'clock, that's it. This is pre-New York session. Now this is London opening, London pre-trade session actually, and I didn't have any hours there, as you can see, just the 10:05. Okay, and then 3:05 to 3:20. That's your 3:05. 3:20 is the next 15-minute bar, and that's boom. Okay, did I make any comment on that one? Nope. I've said 6:30, 7:45, and midnight. 6:30 is right there. Oops, that's your 6:30 there. 7:30 is right there. Your midnight is right there. Okay, 23.45 market's opening at 1. Okay, so it's all good. It's pretty much their market making that. And let's take a look at Wednesday. So here on Wednesday, the market's got room to cover gap, right? So we should have an up move and then see how things pan out. But I did say we're looking to sell the highs, okay? So remember, Monday, that's your Tuesday, that's your Wednesday, and the next swing day was Thursday and Friday for this one, okay? Thursday and Friday, so selling the highs was okay on these days. And on Friday as well, because of the swing day, if the market was low, you could also have bought the bottom. But there's really not much to, we'll check out the hours, but I wouldn't have recommended buying it, just selling the highs. Okay, so Wednesday, let's take a look at the hours on Wednesday. So we had what? 3, 6, 9. So let's do this Wednesday. 3 is there, market pushing up. Because it's Asia and it's the indices, it's really not anything great. 6, 9, that's your 9. Okay, so nothing really happening. Now this is the place where London comes into play. Okay, so I have anything for London. Expect sudden moves until 11:40 and 12:45. So 11:40 and 12:45. So that's your sudden move. 11:40 here. 12:45 should be right on that bar is 12:45, as you can see. All right, so sudden moves happening here, and then the market pushing up. Let's see if I had any other hours there. Then 3:15 to 3:50. Now this is nice because that's just like New York pre-trade, right? 3:15 is that bar. 3:50 is on that bar, right? And then if market finds direction, it should go to 10 o'clock to closing. Well, looks like it's found direction into 10 o'clock. All right, so that's nice. Okay, 10 o'clock to close. And let's take a look at Thursday. All right, so this is Thursday, right? Market all choppy. Now remember, when the market's choppy, you don't want to muck around in between. This is why I always say, guys, sell the highs, buy the lows. Just put your, put your candles in, the stuff we've learned, like here where the breakout happened. Okay, so that's one level, and then you got like, this is the up move, so that's a big candle, so you can maybe just do that. Okay, so you got your highs and lows, and you don't want to muck around in the between somewhere unless it's a, you understand it's a retracement. Okay, so if you're going to trade it, you're going to say to yourself, well, am I at a low or not? So that's Thursday. So what do I have here? 222.55. So let's do 220. Okay, so this is 220. So you don't want to be mucking around here. Okay, because it's already like taken off. Okay, it's already moved up too far. 222. Let's see, what else did I have? 10 past 8, 6 o'clock on a Thursday. 10 past 8 is there. That's just 10 past 8. Was it 6 o'clock somewhere? 6 o'clock is there. So we had the highs, okay, and then the market came back up here. Let's see if I had this hour. That's 5:45. I didn't have a 5:45, okay. I had 6 to 6:30 and 4:25. So let's take a look at 4:25. This is your 4:25 right there. Okay, so this is in your zone, right? See? the market's back in my zone. So if you do a trade here, your stop loss needs to be just lower that. And then, what was it, 6 to 6:30, right? So I should have 6 somewhere around here. That's your 6. And that's just 6:30 there, and the market turns around, okay? And then where do we go into? If market does not turn, then it should continue to 840 to 915. The market did turn, so it should continue to 840 to 915. If it did turn, what's that? 915 is there. Okay, and that's your 930. So it's pretty accurate, and this is your 845, 840 around here. So the market goes into there, as you can see, okay? And on Friday, let's see what happened with the hours. Okay, so 11:50 to 12 o'clock, 4, 6. 11:50 is 11:50 should be there. It's your London. There's your 11:50. God, I keep forgetting the hours. There you go. 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 4 o'clock that's your 4 o'clock. Market pushing up. 6 o'clock should be this one then. 6 o'clock is the high of that push. Boom. Okay, and then I've got 6:25, 10 past 6 to 6:25, and then it should go to 9:25. So this is 6 o'clock, 6:25. Market retraces. Okay, if you sold here after the close of the gap, you should have been okay. But it's a bit tricky because the low and that, and then it goes into 9:15, which should be. That's your 9:15 there. Might do sudden move, but should get to 11:40 target. So 11:40 was a target. It did make a sudden move, and that's your 11:30. It's a 15-minute chart, so 11:40 is on that bar. All right, so that's like pretty good. So just getting the time and the hours, if you get used to this kind of trading, it's a kind of good way to look forward to. And let's take a brief look at what's going to happen next week with the news. Now, as you know, or you may not know if you're watching if you're new to the channel, I don't care about the news, okay? But knowing at what time there is news is good for us, because I can check pre-calculated hours to see if we've got a good trading opportunity. Because normally people will be afraid to trade news, and most traders will tell you don't trade the news, okay, because you don't know what's going on. But more often than not, what happens with us is if I know the hours, for example, if I have a trading hour after the news, the market will go somewhere and just turn around, okay, and then I'm like, okay, that's a good place to get in, and it matches the hours, and I'm in. So I don't care about the news. I care if there's a pre-news setup, because sometimes we get a lot of pre-news setup. There'll be a news, and our trading hour will be just before the news. Like it could be like from 5, 10, 15 minutes earlier before the news to like half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour before the news. So we can like, okay, so this is the zone where we should be trading, because that's the news hour, and I've got a trading hour, and if the price matches, bingo. All right, so knowing the hours for the news is not because we're news trading, it's because we're saying, it matches our, trading hours. So that's the only reason why we're using it. But as you can see, it's going to be a full week, which is fine. So all we have to do, as usual, is just get into, go into your February. Now, I've posted the whole of April here. You can see all of April is already there. And because I can only put 5 posts here, you can't see the 24th to the 28th of March here. So you have to go into February, because I posted it on the 21st of February. Okay, so if I just get my head out of there, you'll be able to see. Okay, so as you can see, this is 24th to the 28th of March, posted in February. So you got to go to, okay, this is February, so you got to go to the February here, and then find this post, and that's going to give you next week's swing days and hours. All right, and then just match yourself up. We're going to have a new week, so knowing the swing days and everything in advance will really help us out, and we'll start with a fresh slate, clean slate, as they say. All right, I hope this wrap up helps, because it can really, the more case studies we do, the more we look at the market, the more we're chart reading and seeing where we can like get in with time, with the highs and the lows, and not muck around at irrelevant places. You'll find that your trading will be like more sophisticated, because you're cherry picking a time and an hour that match, and when they crisscross, that trade is more likely than not a winner. And even if it does fail, it should cover you. It should cover your stop loss, so you can take up the partial profit, and also leave the rest of the trade. And even if it goes bad, you should be okay. All right, have a good week already, and tomorrow morning, as usual, God willing, we'll be able to start the daily videos again, and then we'll kind of like match what we have with the calendar, swing days and the swing